Houston Texans, next on Madden Football.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So,
the first play, and he is intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exact. Let's connect on. Quiet this home crowd, but all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, uno más.
First carry for Joe Mixon. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
Here we go.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Hey, uno.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On 4th down, Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Tony.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. He's going to keep it himself. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Pass interference. Defense. Automatic first down.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So a turnover. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Warren. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And it's a poor. Even make the landing zone. So that means the ball is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. On play action, Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one underthrown and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes. Going to kill his team.
On first down, it's Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Down. 2J.
They'll run with Mixon. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
On the quick, right?
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
19 taxi.
Back to throw. Stroud. He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Buggy.
Now, Stroud. This is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Steelers will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away. To save them some points.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He was looking for George Pickens there. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Stroud to throw here on first down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Steelers offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. First and 10 now from the 36.
Oh, hey. Why Tony? Good night.
Stroud going to set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here. It has, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And this has been a game to forget so far. You start to wonder, how long do you stay with a guy when he's thrown pick after pick after pick? It has been a long game at the quarterback position. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Here's Stroud. And this will be incomplete.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
11.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Friday.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Russ. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 2nd down, Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams.
Tempo.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Look, I think anytime, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down. Stroud to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A run here with Mixon. And he's going to get him a 1st down here. Across midfield and down to the 45. Now Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. He'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. So, points at a premium. Defense. Second down and 8. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Texas. Hey, south.
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
This is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can get him through it, keep putting the ball in his hands. If you think he's done for the day, you got a big question you got to answer, whether he...
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. He'll try again. It's second and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. Big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Pierce for the return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. On play action, Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. On first down, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. Here we go. First and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. And this is going to stay a 2-possession game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. George Pickens and the Steelers offense heading back onto the field.
14.
1st and 10.
Front left, front left. Cut.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Cut.
2nd and 11.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They'll give it to Harris again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Cut. 18, 18. Cut.
Wilson to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Cut. All goes special. All goes cut.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2.
Cut.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Cut.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Why Tony? Tony. Good eye.
From the shotgun. Now a loose football. One of the Steelers has it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Atlanta...
wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your team's levels got to change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up, James.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here at Arrowhead. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. Up now to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. 2nd and a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
We're good.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Right side.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
To the air once more. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Patterson now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And 3rd down coming up.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa! Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. Not what they hoped down there. He's given ground, going to lose yardage. Will mark him back at the 6-yard line. Wilson. He'll find his big target. Pat Fryermuth. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now Russ. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. We are through 1. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. Able to get the touchdown, Greg, as they played man coverage and got burned.
Eye discipline, Mike. Every secondary coach and defensive coordinator around the league, they emphasize you have to keep your eyes on your responsibility, because when you don't and you peek or you try to do too much, it results in plays like that, and you just don't see guys at this level that open.
All square now at 6 aside as the ball's back in the air again. Hardman now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now Wilson on first down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Go.
They run it over center with Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's second and 9. Another run here with Harris. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. They bring the tight end in motion. On third and goal, Wilson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Who wants it more here? Fourth and goal from the 1. And that is not going to work. incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing again from his own end zone. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. Here's Matt Araiza now as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Mahomes on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's with the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Patterson now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Wilson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. A run with Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
First down throw, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Yellow. Hey, rip list. Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes. That's complete. Peyton Hendershot. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A give here to Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Yellow. Yellow.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Color. Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now Wilson. On 1st down, Wilson. Now he'll run it. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call.
Yellow.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Hey, 15. Hey, Riblet.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
15.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mahomes. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
Yellow! Attack! Far side!
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Open man, right side, is Kelsey.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Now Mahomes. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, KC. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to try it here again. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Cook. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Yellow!
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts.
Hey, 43, yellow. Right side.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. That one is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this
14,
first
14.
and 10. Now Russ. He'll let this go for Pickens. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They go play action with Mahomes. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A gain of 24 through the air. That's a Steeler first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Wilson will throw again. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Yellow. Attack.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
and the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. What? They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ working free downfield. It is Williams.
Let's go.
Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out, and he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
I don't need to.
A handoff to Pacheco. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? The penalty yardage gets them a little closer, but still, tough 3rd down conversion coming up. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't get it, tell me what you want, you can get it. Tied up, bad vibes, bad luck, been swinging like a boomerang. Dried up, all talk, no bite, now we're coming like a hurricane. Pull the curtain back, everybody wants to get some. A surprise attack, you and me together coming at you like a hurricane. Tell me what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. So tell me what you want right now. You can get it.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out. The 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
First and 10.
Yellow. 15. Hey, Sunday. Right side.
Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A huge play right off the bat. 55 yards on the game.
Right side.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Right side.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On first and 10, Jackson. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. He'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Here's a third and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. On the handoff, it's Henry. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They face second down and 7. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 1.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Third and long.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Right already. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk
to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4. All square now at 6 aside as the ball's back in the air again. Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He connects with Gray on that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even at 6 apiece. We'll be back in Baltimore after this.
Yellow.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now, Mahomes. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. And he's into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey, middle.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now he'll run. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
DC, ready? DC.
Ready.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Ready.
Jackson now. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Jackson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Mahomes back. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
15. Yellow.
Patrick to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
Come back.
They'll look to throw yet again. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Yellow. Attack.
They go play action with Mahomes. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs 13. And all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
That's caught! And he will score! Rashad Bateman! Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardman now to return it. Great coverage there by the kick team. He's down inside the 10-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Hey, 43.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Hey! Sit on! What? Sit on!
Here's a run. And a short pickup. Down inside the 10. Now here's second and goal.
Wait a minute! What a shot!
Jackson looking to throw. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line, so now it is fourth and goal. Lots of big people, jumbo set in the game as they go for it on fourth and goal. They'll run for it with Henry. He slams it in there, and he is in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on first and 10.
15. Right side.
Throwing is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Right. Easy. Right side.
Now Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Now deep ball for Bateman. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Yellow. 15, 15. 15, yellow, yellow.
First down throw, Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll take this to about the 28. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Yo.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll get about 2. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A give right up the middle to Henry. He will have a Ravens 1st down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They'll run it with Henry. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Go.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Hey, report. Cut.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will go up by 7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardman now to return it. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Hey, 15.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Taking off, and he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
27, Chiefs 20.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Yellow.
Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
15. Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. A gain there of 10 yards.
We're good.
First down, KC. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
15. Easy. Hey, 57.
To throw is Mahomes. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Third and long for Mahomes. He'll try and get there on... Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
They'll drop to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Big play coming up. 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark it just short.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
All right, so, Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Hardman now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's first down.
Fall down these two. Fall down these two.
Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
This is Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You gotta make a move.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Gonna go right back to Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Jackson now. He'll let this go towards the end zone. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. Watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm sick of pretending.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the... Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Great, set.
Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Barnes, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession. Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively. Goff now looking to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wright's got it. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything running with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Goff now to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 4. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This 2nd and 4.
Shell, we go. Attack.
Here's Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
BC. Hold on. Check.
Back to throw. Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
Great. Set.
Hurts will throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Value one.
Play action. It's gone. Complete to right. Down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
4 down. Maverick. Value 3.
Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Gibbs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Now Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Great.
He'll drop to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick-6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to attempt.
Now Goff. Right side to Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff now looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Goff. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Gone. He's got it to Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright from 13 yards out. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff now looking to throw. Wright's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Super one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Whirling. 5. Attack.
Now back to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Second down, here's Barkley again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hey, let's go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
4 down.
Here's Goff.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Maverick. Cut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Gibbs straight ahead. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Tiger.
Now it's gone. And it's caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
2 for 1.
Again, it's Gibbs. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Point after here coming up. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This is 1st and 10.
Great. Set.
Throwing is Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Here comes 2nd down.
A 9-yard loss.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they...
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure 8 when me wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need the wait. If you get it, off the plate. Wanna run it up, turn it up all night. If the lights went down, get you keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up. I'm tryna pull up on you like a drive-thru. I wanna know if we rockin', would you keep it cool? Take trips and private dinners just for us two. Yeah, he buy me Givenchy dresses and feed me breakfast. Immaculate, loving when he show affection. The balcony, over like stretching. And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I passed on it. I'm a flop. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young in the wreck.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from Cleveland. Devin Duvernay going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
On the ready.
1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Here's Lawrence to throw right away. Fine work defensively. That's going to be enough. force an incompletion. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
Lisa 24.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
On red. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Jacksonville.
30 left.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll run. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Red on red.
Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jordan Hicks. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
24th down, he's coming. What is that?
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
What's that?
Tillman, the man in motion.
Down and go.
Once again, it's Chubb. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Watson now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
What's that? Fourth down, he's coming. Down and go.
They are going for it. It's Watson. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
This is set. Down and go.
On first and 10, here's Watson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing is Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Hey, Ron!
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute.
Ready up!
2nd and 11.
Hey, go!
Now Etienne. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. 11 yards as they move the chains.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Hey,
they'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Take right open. Silver.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That is hauled in at the 5.
Hey, here we go, baby.
And he's going to be taken down.
Easy. Hey, I'm gone.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Etienne. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And this time, he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Pierre Strong on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him.
24!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
Give me 5. Alert. Give me 9. 9, go.
On 1st down, Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, 59! Good set.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, let's go.
To throw is Lawrence. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
Here's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Lisa 24.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he will go all the way. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Watson now on 1st down. Here's a screen set up for 4. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's 4. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Darnell Savage. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
On red. 11, Agate. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. 30 left.
Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15.
Rip, 23. Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. To the goal line and in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Little on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, this is Strong. And he'll work this one past
bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's a get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, bricks. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, then you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't a squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh, front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Ready?
First play, and Young is going to throw it. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina! And Xavier Legette, 70 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. And look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. In motion right, that's Dell. Now Stroud. That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Ready. Under. Hey.
Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Yep. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
Watch out now. 50. Ready.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now it's 2nd and 6.
43 rail.
Now Young. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Here we go.
Hubbard is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Young to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This one taken in by Stover. Big strides, look at him go. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Nixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Alert the hot. Forward.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, hut.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That one complete to again. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Young working out of the gun. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Young will set to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Let's go. Good.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Big Derek Brown making you stop. Now 2nd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. Rolling to his left. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Alert hot, bro.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
No.
Stroud looking to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Nike Texas. Whoa.
Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. He'll buy some time right. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
Hubbard is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Ready, set, go.
Young now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Xavier Woods with a pick. Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hit 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins 70 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think.
And got his man complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There are 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to.
And now here's another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Young steps away. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ready.
Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Looking to throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ready.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Here's third and a few inches.
Ready.
Right back to Hubbard. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to fourth down.
Trouble, 38.
Young. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Steps away to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Come on, set.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Set, ready, set.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Second down and 6 now.
Switch, yellow.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Here's Stroud. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score. There he goes, left side. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 64 yards. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go, let's go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Stroud working out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Look the hot.
Stroud will look to throw once more. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
Ready.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 52 blaster. 10 cycles. Set.
They'll run with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Ready?
Here's Hubbard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Alert hot. Hey, south. Out to the right. Out to the right. Hey, south.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Go.
Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hey, uno. Hey.
Stroud to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Oh, right.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Yellow, Lonnie.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And the Texans will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end. But this one falls incomplete.
Speed left, speed left. 11. 19 Texas. Look to hot.
Now Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out